Oh shit, there it is.
Wait, you see the store?
Yeah. White.
BYTON, you see it.
We missed it last time.
We missed it. I think it's the biggest Starbucks in the world. It's like 2 stories. We'll show some footage from that.
Classic.
Another Starbucks across the street. No way. No way.
Starbucks classic.
No way.
Haters to different market.
Yeah. The Neo owners are going to the Starbucks Reserve. The BYTON people are going to Starbucks Classic. Electric bus. I really hope it's not closed. Good news is we're at the BYTON store. Bad news is it's like 10 or 11 a.m. on a Sunday and it's locked. The hyperchanger, we got up too early, unprecedented. But you can kind of see inside, it looks very Tesla store-esque, super premium. Looks like that's some sort of merch store back there. Then we got the car over here. The M-Byte, the BYTON M-Byte. The BYTON is looking sick though. Just through the glass, I don't know. I'm digging it. Julian, what do you think?
Looks like they bopped the Bugatti logo.
You think it's a Bugatti bop? Honestly, the B is eerily similar to the Bugatti B. Wow. The M-Byte was looking cool, but now we've found the K-Byte. Looking a little sportier, more sedan version of the car. I'm trying to get my shadow so people can see. There we go. Wow. Hopefully we're gonna get inside soon.
Connect your smartphone, your apps, and open the door with function palette.
Wow, so this is the Face ID to
Yeah,
open
yeah,
the
yeah.
door.
This is
Wow.
Face ID.
What up, Hyperchange? We just got out of the BYTON store. As you guys can see, this is what I would call like the closest thing to a Neo competitor. We saw the M-Byte, which is their sort of SUV car, which is coming out in 2019 in China, 2020 in the US. And we saw the K-Byte, which is their super sporty sedan, which is coming out in 2021. And it had like this incredible LiDAR mount on it. And the big thing about BYTON, I guess their brand sort of ethos is incredibly huge screens everywhere in the car. And when I went to the LA Auto Show a couple months ago, I was able to stop by the BYTON booth. I'll play some footage of that if I can find it. And I was actually able to look at the touch screen and see all the things moving. In the store today, I will say they're a little bit behind Neo in terms of like actually functioning products. Like we couldn't go in the BYTON car. The touchscreen wasn't working. The door didn't have handles. So, and like the other car, the K-Byte, like the windows were so tinted you couldn't even see the interior. So it wasn't quite market ready, but they're saying this is the M-Byte's going to come out in 2019, and like they give us VR headsets to sort of visualize what the interior of the car is going to be like, since we couldn't go in, and it walked us through. It was probably the longest I've ever spent in VR. It was like a 5-minute thing of all these scenarios, like we're on the beach, we're on a safari, and there's this huge screen in front that's like showing the giraffe, and it explains like, this is the giraffe, here's all the stats of the giraffe, let's take a picture. It's like these people going to a wedding, and then the guy wants to stop driving and sing along, so he puts the car in autonomous mode. like they're on the beach about to go surfing and they throw up the video of their friend who just hit the wave last week. Like they're pitching this immersive digital experience in the car and sort of making it this hub. Like they have screens in the back, like literally screens everywhere. Like even the K-Byte sports car has a screen in the bumper. The BYTON person was saying to like let you know if it's driving autonomously or put emojis, and you can put messages. Like they're really just digitizing every single facet of the car. And the craziest part about BYTON, which I don't understand at all, is they're pricing this M-Byte at 300,000 yuan. If I understood it correctly, maxed out. And I want to double check this, but that is equate to about 44,000 US dollars at the current exchange rate. I mean, the amount of technology in this car, you know, the Neo at 50,000 seems like an absurd amount of technology, but 43,000 for this. I mean, I can't think of any US brand with the amount of fancy sort of gadgets and widgets that they're planning at that price point. It's unbelievable. And especially like, I guess my last point on what I was super impressed by was the LiDAR setup. So they're going with LiDAR for their self-driving, but the way they integrated it on the top of the car, it had 2 LiDARs separately. I've never seen such a flush LiDAR design, and it looks so good. Who knows if it works or not? I mean, that's sort of the question. It's like we couldn't go inside, we didn't drive it. Who knows if the range is actually as good as it says? You know, who knows if the quality is really that good when they deliver? Of course, these things are all up in the air, but I mean, we go into the store, it's incredibly fancy. The vibes are on point. They have the cafe, they have the merch. It feels like an incredibly luxury brand. The people were super friendly. So I was blown away by BYTON, and frankly kind of thought of them as more of a joke, knockoff, not taking them seriously before this because the screens were so gimmicky. But with the VR, seeing their vision of all the different scenarios that you could use these screens for and how that changes what the car is to you was super inspiring to me. And I love this little postcard we got, which sort of like, it's like this little sketch of what the interior is. They have a timeline to come to the US by 2020. I think that's something to watch out for.
All right, yeah, so just a little bit of recap from the BYTON. I think point number 1 is it feels further away than if you want to compare it directly to Neo. It just feels more like a fantasy. Gally touched on it a little bit, like the cars weren't necessarily ready on the showroom. The K-Byte couldn't even see in it. And I like poked my head like to try and see through the windows, and I'm pretty sure the screens were still like cardboard or like paper, so the interior wasn't set up at all. M-Byte, I mean, I thought it looked great. Price point seemed reasonable. I will say it is a 4-seater, which I thought was a bit strange. They have like these like very bucket seat type situation in the back. But all in all, really cool. I think it's exciting, and it made me think like how fast it like the whole electric car market could just become like commoditized. Like all these companies just coming in, they got their new concept. Tesla wrote the playbook. Let's like, you know, tweak a few things here or there, and then just kind of run with it. You can already see like the price point dropping further and further down. I think BYTON's a great example of that. You know, $45,000 with this crazy tech all over the car. You know, I think the whole market is just like going through hyper change, right? Everyone's trying to release the electric car. Everyone's trying to go autonomous. Everyone's trying to kind of be a little bit up market and like luxurious. Everyone's doing this whole like community lifestyle thing. Like, I think it's just a clear shift of like the traditional automakers. Like, this is the new way, like Tesla's playbook, and it seems like that's what people want to go for. And I think we'll see it play out in the next, 3 to 5 years.